Welcome, seekers of the truth, to the Magical Services channel. So this is going to be a most supreme mood horoscope for the general collective for the time when the moon is in Capricorn. And as I'm recording this video right now, the moon is already in Capricorn and it has been there since the 22nd around 8 p.m. Universal Time, and it'll be there till the 25th of this month of August, around till around 8:30 a.m. Universal Time. So this horoscope will be for that time frame. And so the collective psyche transitions from disillusion to discipline as the sun crosses out of the south node in Leo and into Virgo, shifting the internal focus from who you were to what you are capable of building with your own hands. The dramatic ego death that defined the previous days is fading, not vanishing, but settling into the quiet, necessary work of cognitive reconstruction. You are no longer being asked to let go of who you were. You are being asked to sort through what remains and decide what is worth keeping. Mercury, still burning through the final degrees of Leo, approaches the nodal axis with increasing precision over this window, ensuring that the mental loops you thought were finished still replay in the background. Old narratives about your worth, your role, your place in the world. These are not new anxieties arriving. They are old anxieties finally being processed. And because Venus in Libra remains in opposition to retrograde Saturn in Aries, this cognitive transition carries a heavy emotional charge. The mind reaches for reassurance, for the comfort of feeling valued and seen, and instead encounters a cold wall of self-doubt, duty, and the stark question of whether you are enough. The anxiety this creates is not malfunction. It is a psyche demanding that you stop performing confidence and actually do the quiet, unglamorous work of proving your worth to yourself. Not through achievement, not through applause, through the simple, repeated act of showing up for your own life. Beneath that cognitive pressure, the emotional landscape is being rebuilt from the ground up. The moon transits the full length of Capricorn over this period, moving from 0 degrees to 30, and this is the emotional backbone of the entire cycle, of course. Capricorn does not feel in abstractions. It feels in structures, in promises kept, in the weight of what is real and proven. You want emotional stability that has a shape you can hold, a rhythm you can trust, a future you can point to and say, this is what I built. The waxing giver's light swells from 75% to over 92%, and with it, the psychological hunger for tangible proof intensifies. You are no longer satisfied with potential. You want evidence. You want your feelings to demonstrate through consistency rather than intensity that they are real. Early in this transit, the moon at 0 degrees Capricorn brings a raw, almost vulnerable need for safety, a sense of starting from nothing emotionally, of asking for reassurance without knowing if it will be given. By the time the moon reaches its final degrees, that need has hardened into certainty. You will either have your answer or you will have built your own. This is not emotional coldness. This is the psyche insisting that authentic feeling must be proven as well as experienced, must be built as well as dreamed. Yet even as the moon demands grounding, your psychological defenses remain distorted by confusion. Mars in Cancer squares retrograde Neptune throughout this entire window, which means your emotional reactions are still clouded by projection. You may be responding to threats that do not exist, withdrawing into silence and calling it peace, or mistaking codependency for safety. The Cancerian defensiveness of Mars wants to protect the psyche, but Neptune's fog makes it impossible to see clearly what you are protecting it from. Black Moon Lilith, still retrograding through Sagittarius, adds a fading but persistent echo of wildness beneath the Capricorn discipline. A whisper reminding you that you once wanted freedom, expansion, the right to feel everything without apology. That hunger is quieter now, receding, but it has not vanished. The tension between what you need and what you fear has never been sharper. This is not indecision. This is the psyche insisting that authentic emotional truth cannot be reduced to safety alone. nor elevated into escape alone. You must be both grounded and free, both structured and alive. You cannot have one without the other, and the temptation to choose one over the other will be strongest in the middle of this transit, when the moon's practical demands feel suffocating and Neptune's fog makes dissociation feel like relief. The deeper current pulling beneath all of this is Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, quietly dismantling inherited psychological architectures within the collective consciousness, exposing where control has been disguised as rational thought, where obligation has been mistaken for identity. This purge operates slowly, almost invisibly, but it is relentless. Self-concepts built on unspoken hierarchies will feel the ground shifting beneath them. And the likely shift as Jupiter and Leo trans retrograde Saturn is that if you can hold the practical discipline of what growth requires alongside the optimism that it can happen, you break through the cognitive ceiling entirely. Jupiter's fire meets Saturn's structure, and together they offer something rare: the courage to rebuild without guarantee, the faith to trust your own mind without certainty. What emerges by the end of this transit is not the old self-concept you rehearsed in the karmic heat of the South Node. It is something clearer, more grounded, and far more resilient. A psyche that has been tested by Capricorn's demands and survived is not fragile. It is architecture, and architecture, unlike fantasy, can hold the weight of life. So that is what I have for you today, collective. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to like this video, or comment this video, or share this video, or hype this video, or subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, or hype our channel by letting your friends and acquaintances who might benefit from it know about it. All those acts would be great and greatly appreciated. There's a magical service being offered in the description box. Feel free to check it out. It could be very useful. And also do stay in tune to future uploads of this channel, as I always try to keep fresh stuff on here for y'all. All sign readings, sign-specific readings, longs and shorts, divinations and astrology readings, and whatever else you'd like to see feasible. I mean, feel free to check out the other readings, because I do mood readings, love readings, and career readings for now. And I mean, I feel like those are good things to know about. But anyhow, thank you so much for your time and for being here and for being part of our tribe and supporting our channel. Until the next time, blessings.